love night walks. And the thing about the night, when I go for evening walks, is I don't always see the end of where I'm walking to. I will probably see till a bend where the dark way, it's a bit dark, and then I won't be able to know where exactly I'm going. But then, depending on how far I've walked, depending on how far I'm walking, I will always identify something along the way, something in front of me, and then I'll be like, let me maybe sprint up until that tree, or let me walk up until that tree. If I feel like I have more energy, maybe I'll add more, maybe I'll add more. And then every single time I get to the mark that I've indicated, I get to the tree that I'd already identified, I get to the place I'd already identified, it just happens to occur in my mind. I'm like, okay, nice. Maybe let's just extend a little bit more. Maybe let's just extend a little bit more. Maybe I'll extend to a different tree. Maybe I'll extend to a different spot. Maybe I'll extend to a different location. Or maybe I'll extend to a place where I can find like a nice tree that I can sit under and just shade out in the night and maybe just watch the moon or whatever it is. Why am I sharing this story? I'm sharing this story because progress is built in small steps. And the key word that I want you to go with through this week, if you're in project management or you run projects, you'll understand this very well. The milestone approach to problem solving. The milestone approach to progress. Progress is built in really tiny little space, little steps. Now, every single time I go for these walks and then I get to a certain spot and then I realize, oh, that wasn't hard. That was actually not bad. And then I automatically add more. Before I realize it, I'm back home 2.5 hours later, or I'm back home 2 hours later, or I'm back home 1.5 hours later, even just 1 hour later. And then in the back of my mind, I'll always remind myself, and I thought I couldn't do the work, and I thought I couldn't do that far, and I thought I couldn't go that far. And then it occurs to me how there's so much joy when you're building things in this really beautiful, small, consistent steps, that if every single day, my entire goal for this year is to become a YouTuber, for example, as I'm a budding, aspiring YouTuber, then the goal is, if I can't possibly do 5 posts in a week, because guys, I'm learning to build the muscle, then the goal is at least to post 1 post a week. So this same concept applies in very many different things in our lives. And my question to you right now is, where can you shift the focus of the big leap and appreciate the small, meaningful steps that you've been putting? And it might not look like that small little step is anything, but I wanted to remind you right now that it is everything. The thought that you're having right now about, okay, maybe I need to go get more certified to be able to do this more. Okay, what would be the next step about this? Maybe let me look for schools. Okay, then I'll leave it there for a couple of days and then come back and be like, okay, let me send the application. It might not look like that at the end of the day, that all of those things you're doing in the background is big enough. But I want you to know right now that all of those are massive. And I don't want you to rush through a goalpost, to rush through a milestone without ever sitting and holding yourself in a nice tight hug and telling yourself, congratulations, you've gotten this far. And the goal here is to try and train our brains and rewire them to a word for progress, and not for the end goal, and not for the end result, and not for the, okay, fine, I've finally gotten the phone, but to award yourself for, okay, I'm saving for $1,000 phone, and then today you save $5, and then you look at it and be like, gosh, I have $995 to go. But then you could also look at it like, oh my god, I have already saved $5 for this phone. It will take you longer to finish, it will take you shorter to finish. Those things are non-issues. The point here is allowing yourself to recognize that, listen, I have made a tiny little bit of progress today, and that is enough. And that is enough, so that you remove yourself from this desire, pressure to finish this mountain today, and you allow yourself the joy of seeing yourself moving one step, just one little tiny step. Even if you'll go 1 step today and come back 5 steps tomorrow, I'm not encouraging that, but I'm allowing you to enjoy that one little step you've taken today. Because the truth is, trusting the process means embracing massively the in-between moments, is knowing so deeply that every single step I'm taking, one, it's the highest, most aligned step that I could ever take for my soul. Otherwise, this is not the choice I would have taken. Otherwise, if this is the best option against the different quantum levels of options available to me at any particular moment, yet this is the one that my soul decided that is the best for me to take, then why am I in my way? Why am I fighting it? We already talked about this last week. Whatever is happening in the universe, the divine, God, source, 0 point energy, however you want to call it, has already approved it to happen. Whatever is going on in your life, your soul, your higher self already knows that that is exactly what needs to happen for you to learn based on what your soul's codes of story needs to look like for you to expand in your awareness. So right now, this is where we are. The goal is not, if you're like me, whenever things are mountainous, your brain goes into trying to figure out the beginning, the middle, the end, okay, and then start preparing for curveballs, curveball 1, curveball 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, and then now you never start because you're like, hey, fudge, that is a lot of work. There's no point, even nobody cares, nobody likes it. There are many people in the world already doing it. What's the point of me? All of those are just fear, speaking in the most magical of beautiful of logical ways, because the truth is, the way we are built, the way our brains are built, which is what we use a lot of the time to process this, is not going to be looking for joy. It's looking for, where is the next gun shot at me pointing at? Where is the next animal trying to attack me? Where is the next problem? Which is why when there's a challenge in your mind, the first thing it needs to do is to focus on it until it solves it. So my first message today to you is this: find joy and truly allow yourself to celebrate. Not everybody might feel that for you. Not everybody will even see it for you. And people will even pressure you. People will tell you, yeah, why are you being so slow with your social media? Just take your phone and go on camera. Honey, don't do that to yourself, because your nervous system will start telling you, I don't trust you. Why are you forcing me to do things I'm not ready for? And no, in fact, and then it will jeopardize that one thing that you really needed to do, because you were not ready to do it, but the world around you reminded you, are you ready? Go do it. Go tomorrow. Just do it. In fact, that Nike statement, just do it. It is beautiful, but then it can be as beautiful and destructive at the same time. Why? Because there's something that is called what is this word called? Extending your zone of comfort. You can't be here today. That's why they say manifestation. If you have like $100 in your account or $10, like some of us, and then tomorrow you're telling your mind, I am a billionaire. Your brain will be like, where? Stop it! You're such a joker. We have $10. What are you planning to know? You absolutely cannot buy that. But then you're there farming billions in your account. I'm not saying don't. If that is working for you, please teach the rest of us how to make it work. But what I do know is affirming something like, my income is increasing and expanding every day in exponential ways. Your brain will not fight it, because if you earn $1 the next day, the brain is like, okay, it's increasing. It's $1, but it's increasing. So the truth here is this: instead of looking to conquer the mountain yet, can we find milestone approach to that? If you've gone hiking, you understand this. Before you go climbing the hill and you're really looking at how high and steep that thing looks like, you'll tell yourself, hey, let me go and till that tree. Let me go and till that one. And I want you to do that, the same thing with yourself in this healing journey. Identify what you might have clarity about it, you might not have clarity about it, but wake up. Just hit that. Make your bed, if that's the most progress you can do today. If you're going through massive anxiety, depression, and you can't seem to figure shit out, it's okay. Tomorrow, wake up and then just do your bed, and then go couch on the potato. And then the next day, maybe wake up, and instead of just couching on the potato, maybe watch an inspiration movie, or maybe watch an inspiration content. And then the next day, wake up and maybe send out one application. You'll wake up, you'll do your bed, and then you'll start your day. You'll wake up, you'll do your bed, and then you'll apply, and then, just small progress. I'm not expecting you to wake up and have the entire China wall done, but I'm hoping at the very least this week, especially if you're going through it, if it's one of those weeks that you just want to be done, you don't want to feel like you're non-existing through the week. For you to really just hold that ability to stay grounded through the week, just wake up, do your practice, say your prayers, say your gratitude, and then get started. And then remind yourself, the little thing that I get to achieve today, maybe let me focus for 5 minutes and then go eat ice cream. I don't care. Go sit and eat ice cream for 30 minutes and then come back, because maybe you've been procrastinating for so long, and for you 5 minutes of doing the thing you've been procrastinating on is you rebelling against structures and beliefs that you hold that does not allow you to expand. I'm proud of you. I want you to know that somebody here is cheering you and telling you, listen, even if all you get to do is to make your bed for the first time since you ever woke up this year, do that. And if tomorrow you get the courage to even make yourself breakfast, like this really good hibiscus tea, make it. And then that's about it. And you don't have to go tell the people in your life who will remind you, oh, you're so lazy, you have not done anything in your life, you're shit. Yeah, you could do that, and then you end up feeling like shit, and then you go back to crying about yourself. Or you could come to Inside Timer and find Maisha holding a class, or Caitlin doing an art class, or Chebet here just running her mouth, and then listen. And if it uplifts your heart, that's beautiful. Find more spaces where people will see you, truly see you, and then let yourself grow from that space. Because let me tell you this little secret. All this running, there is no end. It will not end. I promise you, because the only time it ends is when these souls stop learning. And I bet these souls will never stop learning. So why are you rushing so quickly to get to the end, and then you forgot to smell the roses? And then now by the end of that day, this entire thing was just blunt. Yet there are 1,000 versions of roses across the road, but you never saw them because you've been so busy trying to climb mountains. And then it will make you feel like shit. It will make you feel shame. It will make you feel whatever, because you didn't accomplish that, to climb that mountain at the time set by you, because of values and stories the world told you that you needed to work by, and all other stories that we have. Calm down. This week, if you can, recognize your progress and release the pressure of trying to be what you're not, and then allow yourself the joy of consistent small steps. And if there's any voice you want to remind you in your head, is this: I'm proud of your consistent small steps. That's it. That's it. So go win this week and start small. Start tiny. I'm sending you such big blanket of love as you go through this week. Here, let me come to the comments. I love the sound of the, oh, you can hear it. I love it. I love it. Couch. Yes, coaching on the, this is valuable information. I'm having that issue with getting my tea. I see. I'm glad. Oh, exactly, Mayumi. I'm proud of your consistent small steps. Oh, Valerie, Mayumi, give you guys big hugs. Okay? Oh, P. Welcome, P. Nakupenda pia. Nakupenda yangu yote. P is telling me I love in Swahili. The fact that it's even being shared in Swahili, of course I would marry you tomorrow. But anyway, here we are. May you be loving kindness. I know, right, Suleiman? Let's go to our second message for today. Our second message of the day is this. Last week, if you guys were here with me, remember I told you that love, how open we are to receiving love, determines how open we are to receiving our manifestations, okay? Because everything in this conscious reality, in this third density, in this reality that we live in, is love manifesting itself as this cup, manifesting itself as Chebet, manifesting itself as this butterfly running around in the house, manifesting itself as you guys. It's love taking all these other different shapes and forms as we know it. Good. So your ability to manifest is equally to the ability you have to receiving love. Okay? We're there together? Good. Now, I have a different message to add on to that message from last week. Last week, we were talking about the fact that love is the essence for manifestation. So how deeply you can open to love, true, genuine, authentic love, meaning embodying your authentic version, equals to your ability to manifest your heart's desires. Now, this week, I'm here to tell you that the bridge for making that happen, the bridge for converting a manifestation to a reality, the dream for the bridge for making those desires that you have those things to manifest into material things, because the truth is, to have a full human experience, we will need to have the spiritual mastered, raised to a certain degree as we have raised our material desires. So you can't go without one. So these stories of, yeah, I'm spiritual and all of those things, yeah, and all of this we will want to do cute and all of that, we can't do that oblivious of the material world, because the truth is, we are embodying a material version of our souls, so we can have a material experience without forgetting, of course, the divine experience that we are. So any single time you're running around bashing anything material, especially from a place of, yeah, I'm too spiritual for that, then you're not doing your soul a favor, because your soul needs you to experience that material thing for it to learn in that context, because you've always been that soul. You'll always be beyond death and beyond time. Now, the goal, the bridge for bridging these two things together, the bridge for making it happen, is your beliefs. I know, your beliefs. And this has to do a lot with your values, to do a lot with your thoughts, to do a lot with your the conversations you have in your mind. But the truth is, your belief is your bridge to manifestation. And the interesting bit here is this: the key word here is your ability to receive is tied directly to your beliefs about being able to receive, or even worth receiving, or even worth being able to be seen in the light that you desire to be seen. So, for example, here comes Chebet. I have this desire to transform this continent into 1, 2, 3, and 5 things. Good, easy, perfect. We see your vision. But do I truly believe in my capacity to make that vision a reality? Or I'm still waiting for Angie, for Maisha, for Suleiman, for Nyambura to come back and tell me, Chebi, I believe in you. I see you, I trust you, you got this. Because that means I'm outsourcing my ability to believe myself. That means I really don't yet believe myself. That means I don't really see it for myself yet. And the truth is, we would probably be in this space a lot, especially if you're putting yourself out into the unknown to birth things that is unknown into the world where it is so known, but then you're wondering, okay, where will my next rent come from? Okay, wow, am I going to make this? Okay, I have not seen people earning by being artists. The ones I've seen, the example is shit. Will it work for me? Maybe let me just stay in white. Maybe let me just focus on my career. Maybe let me just focus on my job. But then a part of you is telling you, the event you choose to do because I know you are made for this, the world will stop to experience it. But then you're there doubting, man, let me ask so and so to maybe bring this idea to life because I think they would be better. That concept is bubbling in your heart because you have the exact if you read a lot Jinkies, I am obsessed. I haven't read you guys this book in a while. I'm very soon getting an oracle deck. I can't wait to be oracle decking the hell out of you guys in these sessions. Back to the story. If you read Jinkies and you absorb the information that it tells you, we all have the different 64 keys in our systems. But you, in that moment, you have the exact collection of different keys that is needed to bring that idea to life. So yes, you might be seeing Beyonce singing, oh, very nicely up there in the stage, and you're wondering, my voice does not sound like that. But darling, it never needed to sound like that. It needed to sound exactly like yours, because perhaps if you sing, you'll be sounding like the ancient ethereal Egyptians' voices that existed before we even knew about resonance and all of those things, because they understood that so well and they brought it out of their voices. Perhaps that is the version of the songs, of the sound you're meant to bring. But the truth is, do you believe in your magic enough to be obliviously delulu to manifest it? Do you believe it that strongly? Because we can only receive as much as we believe we are worth of receiving. We can only receive as much as we trust we are worth receiving. We can only receive as much as we've allowed ourselves to believe we are worth receiving. If you don't believe that you can receive love that is easy, that is beautiful, that is free-flowing, that is less dramatic, You will fall for the first thing that ticks some of your boxes because you're wondering, I have not seen something like this before. If I don't accept it, I'll miss my chance, and I'm almost 40, I still want a child. It's over for me. Let me take it. And then you go down the same rabbit hole of drama and lessons that you could have easily moved beyond, because the universe will send you, do you trust this? Or let me give you this small example as a potential, just to see how you'll behave. Will you jump into it, or will you stick to your values and know that, yes, he ticks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, she ticks 7, 8, 9, 10. But this one, no, this one, I don't think she sees it. So will I compromise all this for this one, or how will you perceive yourself? How will you allow yourself to be seen in such a space? Because the truth is, our capacity to expand is equal to our capacity to receive. That is in response to love. Our capacity to believe that we can receive is dependent on our beliefs, because our external world will always mirror the level of internal belief of worthiness. So we'll always walk around with enough proof around us to show us, yeah, you really need to kind of believe in yourself a bit more. Yeah, you really need to trust. And I promise you, the universe will test the hell out of you. It will test you. It will test to make sure, is your trust, is your faith, is your level of belief a mustard seed level of belief? Is it truly mustard seed level of belief? Or you're trying to tell me that you believe me? Are you trying to convince me as universe, or you're convincing yourself? Because as far as I'm concerned, this seems to be repeating patterns, Chebet. Why are we repeating the same things? Is it because you're scared? Why are you scared? I've told you, believe. And the truth is, belief is a price we give to the universe to show that we truly are working in alignment with it. It's belief, is a price we pay to the universe to show it, okay, you've told me to go to the River Nile, and I put my stick up and it will become a road. Bet. I suppose people will think I've lost my goddamn head, but anyway, here we go. And then there's a whole road in the middle of a goddamn deep lake, because Moses believed his staff can actually do things like that. So do you, or will you be like Paul? Was it Paul? Guys, I'll start reading the Bible just for examples. When he was walking on the water, when Jesus is like, come, you got this. And then the moment he sees the water, he's like, fudge, I'm actually walking on water. And then he started sinking. So is your level of trust, is your mustard seed this as deep, as well rooted as it is big as a branch it becomes? Or is it those ones for, yeah, I believe, and then something comes in like, yeah, fuck that shit, what, let me miss this bus again, do we betray ourselves, or can we allow ourselves to truly trust? And even when we are faced with examples and tests, we know so damn well that I know who I am, I trust my values, I know I'm already worth receiving, because guess what? I give this and this and this and this to myself. I buy myself the flowers, I'll take myself for a really nice bath, I'll make sure that I treated myself to really nice food, so that by the time somebody else comes, they're not trying to show me a world I don't know, they're only learning. I'm moving for them on the piano so we can both play the same mix, the same rhythm that I've been playing, but now differently, because he's also bringing his own kind of keys, his own kind of taste to this music. So instead of it becomes like a remix of the same magic that I'm already oozing out. Am I able to do that? And sometimes it starts by me showing myself that I'm doing that, because the truth is, if we don't do that energetically, the universe is receiving this message, I'm not ready yet. For example, you know for a fact in your heart, it's time for you to break and start doing your soul's mission, your soul's call. But then you're like, okay, I'm going to dip one leg in, and then I'm going to continue staying in employment, so that both of these things can go together. I promise you, something will suffer. It will be you, it will be your relationships, it will be whatever, because the universe cannot be cheated. We cannot, because we are vibrational essence of the universe. So you might cheat yourself, but I promise you can't cheat the universe. You can't cheat your heart. You can't cheat your soul. You can't do that. So you might cheat yourself here, but then the truth is we won't. Okay? The Lulu come true. I love that. Yes, exactly. Such powerful advice. I love that, Valerie. I love that. I love that. I love unshakable belief and trust. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, the last message I have for you guys today before we get started. And this one is because, oh my God, I am obsessed with the heart center. Not that I have a challenge or a problem with the other energetic centers we have, but mostly because we live in a heartless world. And this last message that I wanted to share with you guys is pretty much probably the foundation of our practice today. And the word here is, the key word here is energy. But the key message here is the heart is a true source of connection. Okay, leave that aside. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. Now, science has proven to us. Now, this is beyond the Lulu and Trululu and anything woo-woo. Science, if you're scientific and very analytical in mind, has proven that the heart's energetic field is 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. And also it extends 5 to 8 feet around a single soul. Our heart's energetic center is 5 to 8 times feet wider compared to that of our minds. Now, when you look at the way we draw halos, I don't have a place to draw. I wish I had a place to draw very close to me. When you look at the way we draw halos, we don't normally draw halos as the part, or rather that energy body that is surrounding a human being. We don't normally draw it in the way that the heart side is big or the feet side. It's always the center, around where the heart is. There is the widest, and then the other part is, it curves upwards, and then it extends, and then it goes down. And you probably, maybe you don't wonder, but my brain is always, why isn't it a circle and then it's a big circle? Why is it that it is like this? Even when they're drawing it around ancient, beautiful, magical teachers, Jesus, Buddha, Hermes, whatever it is, they will always draw it the same way, this way. So my small child brain is always, why is it so? The same way yesterday I was asking myself, where do frogs go when it's not raining? And then when it rains, like now, just a few seconds ago, you go outside, you'll start hearing, and then you're wondering, where are these guys normally chilling when it's sunny? Guys, small, ridiculous brain deciding to brain. Now, the truth is, in my version of what the truth here is the fact that the heart itself is built in that way, because the truth is, when you're walking close to somebody, any human being, and you're like 5 feet away. Remember when they were telling us because of COVID we stand 1 feet behind somebody? The truth is, the brain has been designed to have that very small energetic field, because the brain was designed in that way for self-preservation. It was designed in that way to nurture for itself, by itself, within itself, to look for problems for itself, solve them within itself, to create patterns and routines for itself so that it doesn't have to struggle a lot. So the brain is more enclosed in the way it allows for any form of information coming in. But the heart has been designed that even if you're putting 1 feet distance between a soul and another, your hearts are still singing together. They're still connected. They're still bonding. They're still one in that moment. The heart itself, as an organ, energetically, it has been shaped to connect you with people 8 feet away from you. 8 feet away from you. Now you can imagine the multiplier effect of hearts of people, hundreds of hearts of people in the same space at the same moment. You can imagine what it means whenever, and the fact that our cells keep memories of all of our encounters forever, and the part that pumps all this information to every part of your body is the heart. Somebody will step on your feet, And then that pain will move through your vessels up to the heart and then pushed to every part of your body. That if somebody wants to press your hand, your finger in one way, you'll move it very quickly so that so that you don't get hurt the way your foot got hurt. And the truth is, yes, we will talk about very many scientific reasons as to why we would be landing here. But the interesting bit is the way our heart has been made, the way our heart has been created. It was built for connection. It was built to allow us to tap into other people's hearts. It was built to remind us that we are never alone. It was built to remind us of the constant interconnectedness between every single soul in the world around us. Now the question here becomes, how open are you to receiving love? How conscious are you to receiving? Because the truth is, we don't only receive love from the people we have decided, this is my community, this is my person. Every single soul you've ever had an exchange with, you've held hands, so your sweat has exchanged from one energetic cord to the next. You've hugged, you've kissed them somewhere, you've shared a meal with them, you've whatever. Every single time, especially if any form of fluid, sweat, semen, vaginal fluid, whatever it is, all these fluids in our bodies exchanged with somebody, even your own energetic code, you change clothes, things, anything you've done with a soul, their story is your story, whether you like it or not. You've sat next to them in the plane for 2 hours, for 16 hours. Their story is part of your story, thanks to the heart. So all these stories of deciding, oh, they're black, they're brown, they're yellow, they're gay, they're whatever, is nonsense. Because the truth is, the only part that truly is built for connection is the heart. The heart will not sit down and ask you, hi, can I connect with you? Or you're tall, you're this, you're whatever, I don't trust you. The heart will have already moved, made a connection, felt at home, and then the brain will come in and be like, no, maybe, no, I'm not interested. No, they don't speak fluent English. No, they don't this and that. Those are your stories. Those are your beliefs. Those are your fears. Those are your wounds coming up for the world to see. And for you to be mirrored back, for you to be able to bring that healing. But the truth is, and I want you to know this, whether you're conscious of it or not, your heart is constantly like a Wi-Fi signal looking for a phone next to it to connect to it. Whether you tap to switch on the Wi-Fi or not, the signal's already in your phone. So if I choose to not activate Wi-Fi, it doesn't mean that the signals from that router does not click to my phone. It does. It doesn't mean that my heart right now is not already connected to all single one of you. It is. So whether you like me or not is non issue to the heart. Whether you see me as a human being or not is non issue to the heart. So isn't it easier if you are open your heart to receiving? Because it is already doing that. It is already doing that. So giving yourself the work in your head to decide, they did me dirty, I can't stand them. Yes, you have every right to draw your lips and pull them to whatever direction you want to. You do. You have every right, if you believe you do. But the truth is, how you hold that belief determines the weight you feel in your heart. Because the truth is, your heart is constantly seeking to connect. And then when you block it, it has this momentary illusion of separation, because that is your brain translating, oh, they've left me, now I can never be loved. The truth is, nothing in this world can stop your heart from connecting. So if you've ended a relationship this week, if you've been left, if you're being pushed out from places, whatever it is, I want you to know this. Regardless of what you're experiencing, your heart already knew what coulda, woulda, shoulda, and it is okay with it. So do yourself and me a favor this week. If you can, lead with your heart. If you can, break it open. Just allow it, tell it, fine, I'm giving you so and so a piece of my heart. Whether you choose to trample on it or not, in your mind, I promise you, your heart does not understand that language, because the language of the heart is even louder in silence. We don't have to talk. You can show me your attitude from the corner there. I don't really need to see it. My heart is telling me that your soul and my soul knew each other before we started having this small, stupid human experience where we are fighting. The end goal here being, I see you and you see me, I love you. That's it. Your heart is constantly telling all your enemies, I love you all the time. So quit being in your way, quit it and allow yourself to ask your heart, how can I show up more for you right now so you can be more open this week? How can I show you that I'm present right now so that this week you can show me what it feels like to move step by step by step, stone by stone by stone, step by step by step, believing so strongly that I am headed exactly where that aligns with the truth of our human connection. Because the truth is, we are always interconnected and will always forever be. That's very true. The hearts are constantly singing together, constantly, all of them harmonizing. This is alto, this is soprano, this is this and the other. But when you listen to it, it sounds like 7.6, the vibration of the earth, or whatever it is. It sounds like harmonious, beautiful synchronization. It is always doing that. So this week, I know you have those people that you said you'll never forgive, you'll never talk to. That's okay. How do you feel when you cage yourself that way? Because the truth is, our hearts are desperately singing to be allowed out of the cages. So every one of these stories you're holding on to so tightly, all of them, they are written in your cells. They are constantly waiting to be sung. And one of the messages that I had, was it yesterday, is this: the reason we are so scared of death or dying, and use dying very lightly, use dying in place of change, in place of new spaces, in place of whatever it is. The reason we are so scared of dying is because of the level of songs that we still hold within us that we need to sing. It's because of how much we hold in our hearts that we came to give, that we are still holding. And the worst part is this: from since we were young, we've not been nurtured to sing our songs. We've been nurtured to sing the collective song, to sing the societal song, to sing the songs that our parents believed, our foreparents believed, our teachers believed, our friends believe. And the truth is, we struggle to accept mortal death, change, whatever it is, because we have so much that we are owed to give the universe that we are yet to even figure out what that looks like. So, and there's a difference between, and I would like for you to test this in your life, when you feel so content, when you do something and you feel so content, in that moment, if I could tell you, if you could die right now, would you be happy? You'd probably tell me, this is like the height of my experience. If I could die now, I'd be very happy. When you do something that you're truly, truly content for, I promise you, I can't tell you how many times I've had moments and I'm like, yo, guys, I could die right now a happy person. And it's because every single time you allow your heart to sing what it came to sing, then you are freeing yourself and allowing yourself to come to a place where you can die empty. You can die empty, so you're not holding things which will become karma for you to come start from in the next lifetime, because at this point you will have to release all the karmic stuff that is clogging your dharma from flowing. So it would mean that you truly allow yourself to let go what is not authentic to you, so you can start allowing your heart to truly sing. But before we get there, can we let our hearts sing together? There's this, I'm currently reading, I thought it was a book, and it was talking about this this concept in this community. I've forgotten, you guys know me, I've forgotten what the community is, but this is how they pray, and I think that that's the most beautiful way in which you can pray ever. So apparently, when they always have dinner together, okay, I can't wait to implement this in my family, so my potential spouse just feel this. So every single time they sit up for dinner, they hold their hands, and then the elder in the table will say, hush now, let our hearts pray. And then they will all go silent. Silent in the sense that their mind goes empty, their bodies feel feel into the sensations bubbling up in their systems. And now, interestingly, because they're holding hands, it's as if they've created a live electric circuit in that space. So every family member is just holding hands, and then they close their hearts, their eyes, and then their hearts open. That's apparently the best way to pray, because guess what? God is in silence. That's why we say when you're doing meditation, when you're doing breath work, the gaps in between, that is where you find the divine. When you're speaking to God, you're sharing your story. But when you're in silence now, God can speak to you. So in that moment, those family members just hold hands, and then they just sit like that. They could sit like that for 5 minutes. They could sit like that for 30 minutes. And then after a while, they just open their hearts, all of them somehow together. And then they all smile. And then they just go into this beautiful space, because in that moment, they were allowing their hearts to connect. I think that's one of the most beautiful practices I've had that I cannot wait to try and implement with the people. I know, Sean. I know. Also, welcome, Sean. Welcome. I know. I can't wait to try and implement that. So if you can, please implement it in your family. Nobody needs to pray for nothing. Don't ask for. You're tiring yourself. God is hearing your heart. God is listening to your heart. So just hold hands, and then just go into silence. If your mind is going crazy for the first time, that's fine. But then after a while, it will become a thing, and you will know when to say amen together as a collective, as a family. And at that point, you're amplifying your 5,000 energetic, the intensity of your heart. Each one of you is expanding that field in that moment. And the truth is, families don't fight because somebody said whatever. It's because energetically there was a break before there was even a verbal break. Things happen in the energetic realm before they manifest in the physical realm. So if energetically there is drama, I bet you will have a fight with your sister. You'll have a fight with your brother. You'll have a fight with your dad. So which is why when it comes to healing, the best advice is you figure out first why you would be open energetically to that vibration. Once you seal that loop, you fix it. The heart is the trick, guys.